Sabrina will be on just in a minute.
Okay.
Yes, Sabrina. All right, I'll send you. Did you get the text message? Okay. Cool. All right, I'm going to send it as an email, see if that works. Hold on, guys.
Can anyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
This shit. Okay, very good. Yep. All right. Okay.
Man.
Okay, great. Okay, so in case you don't know him, this is Mark Robinson. He is one of the longtime employees at LAC, and he manages our Day Have Without Walls program. And I asked him here today, not for the entire meeting, but he has some insights about Tommy West, and I wanted him to share those with you as a sort of a third party. So what would you like to say to the group?
Well,
Go a little closer to the microphone. Thank you.
well, we're waiting to hear from the sister and also the care manager with the updated information that we need.
You fading out, Mark. I'm sorry.
We're waiting on the care manager and the sisters to give us the updated information that we wanted. Or actually, they were supposed to be having a meeting, I believe, with Sonia and myself. And I'm willing to take him if he can operate with the program with what we're doing. Fine. If not, then he could maybe transition into Day Have without site-based Day Have.
Yes. So can I piggyback off of Mark, Alex?
Yes, please.
It seems like Mark is a little out of the loop. The meeting didn't happen because when we were in a meeting with Alex, Sonia called the sister and they changed everything from the back and forth before where he was supposed to come to you after you met him, Mark.
Right.
All the medicals and everything was submitted. I don't know, Sonia didn't send it to you, but the medicals were submitted, the PPD was submitted. They are now changing the start because when Sonia had a conversation with the sister, she changed everything you and I discussed with her on how either, remember at first Jasmine and the sister said they'll bring him some days, y'all can pick him up.
Right.
He'd be in some days, he'd be out some days, and all of the things so I don't know what transpired behind that. Now the sister wants him in site base. But I suggested that he continue with Without Walls because you guys need the enrollment. And if he did not do a good job in Without Walls, then we step him down to site base. But at least to give him a shot. So all the paperwork, we have all the documents. The problem now is getting those documents switched over from him attending Without Walls to site based. That is the holdup right now.
Right. Did you speak to anybody about switching it?
Um, I I spoke to Desari. You know, Desari is Mario's care manager, and I spoke with her. What she is saying is because the sister has gone back and forth, that she needs the sister to say to her she wanted to change because the sister had agreed to without walls. They sent the medicals, and then later that day, a conversation had. So then the sister went back to site base. After we had our meeting, Sonia did email the care manager telling her what the sister is requesting, but the care
Right.
manager said to me that Jasmine is the only one who can request that change, and Jasmine has not told the care manager to make the change. But I told Alex and Rosemary in the last meeting that I'm backing off of Tommy because it's too much back and forth, too much going behind and having conversations. So you're not going to get him as a de-enrollment, nor Tabio. So those two enrollments are being switched to site-based, unfortunately.
Okay.
So when you said okay, Mark, hi, how are you? I'm Rosemary.
Okay.
When you said okay, what do you mean? Are you okay and feel like it is the best decision for him to be in site base, or you felt like he was good for the? I just need to get some kind of feedback. You're saying that he would have been good for the WOW program.
Well, I had concern over his medical based on what we saw that he had some heart condition.
Oh,
And with we going, you know, taking the train in subways and doing volunteer service, I had some concern, but I did not say he couldn't attend. I said he could attend, and if it doesn't work out, then he could attend the site base.
no, okay.
Right. That's the easiest process for the transfer. So basically, that's what he's saying.
Okay. All right. So we'll work with that.
At this stage, it sounds like he has to be the paperwork has to be put in to get him into Dayhab with walls.
Okay.
And that, and
So let's
that's gonna,
have this conversation, okay?
Mhm.
I never said one way or the other where Tommy needs to go. His documents clearly stated that he was Dayhab without walls. Okay. When we looked at his documents, I gave his documents to Doyen, and I told Doyen, I said, read his documents carefully. That is what I tell all the managers. Read the documents
Mm,
carefully.
okay.
Okay. I said he does not have a PPD, nor does he have a medical. So he cannot come into Dayhab without walls, without his PPD and his medical. That is all I told Mark.
Mhm.
Mark called his care manager and to request the medical and to request a PPD. The care manager made no response. I don't know whether he called the sister or not. I
I
believe
did.
he did.
The
I
sister,
I believe he did to make the
and
request.
she says she have the documents.
Right.
But the
But she
reason they
never,
did not send
can
them
I
was
finish?
because of the back and
Can
forth. That's the
can
reason
I
why they didn't
finish?
send them to you at the time, Mark.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I never had a PPD and I never had a medical. All I stated was that he could not start program without the proper documents.
I'm
Whether it
sorry,
was
that's not what was said in these meetings, Sonia. You yourself
excuse
said
me,
that
Sabrina,
he was not a good fit for Dayhab Without Walls
listen,
on
listen,
numerous occasions.
listen to me. I never said it to you. I
You
told
in the
Mark,
meetings.
I said, yes, I don't feel that he is a proper fit for
Okay, so
Dayhab
you did
without
say that.
walls, but I never said don't put him in Dayhab without walls. That is not what I said. Okay? He can go into any program that he wants to go into. That is not what I said. Not for him to go into any program. He can go into any program that his sister feels that he should go into. When I spoke to the
That's not
sister,
what was said.
yes, it is. When I spoke to the sister clearly told me that she did not want him going into Dayhab without walls. And that's when I said to Mark, I said, the sister doesn't want him going into Dayhab without walls. She says she wants traditional. That's what the sister said to me. I have no reason to lie. It's either or. Without walls, with walls, it doesn't matter. It's for us. Either or. Now that's where the back and
is
forth
it,
came
you
from
know,
because
the
the
only thing,
That's
all
sister,
right,
not true.
because the
Sonia,
sister
Sonia,
did
Not
not
being
make up her
truthful
mind.
at all.
Yes,
Sonia,
ma'am.
can we just don't, you know, the back and forth, because the only concern is that I mean, this is water under the bridge, but I just thought that maybe if he could have gone to the program, then he should have started some time
Yeah.
ago.
But the
And so,
sister clearly stated that this is not what she wanted. So I
okay,
am not
all
going
right, so,
against the sisters.
all right,
Um,
no problem, no
that's what
problem.
it
We're
is.
done.
What?
We're
That's
good.
it.
We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good.
Everything
What I'm
always
gonna
stays
do?
the same. Thanks.
Okay, we're good. Let's move forward.
Okay, thank you, Mark. Thank you very much. Mark, Eric Robinson, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Okay. All right, so before we carry on, let me close this door for a second. Okay. So before we carry on with the rest of today's business, I want to make an announcement. Um, Rosemary and I have been talking about the day program and how it's running. And what we have agreed to do is have you, Sonia, and you, Sabrina, report to her instead of to me, since she's going to coordinate, you know, almost all the activities of the program from a financial standpoint. And that's really what it comes down to. So starting today, you and she, Sonia and Sabrina, will be reporting directly to her. It doesn't
Okay.
mean that I'm not your, you know, I'm kind of out of the picture in terms of the daily activities. So you'll be talking to her. Rosemary will make it plain to you what kind of reports she needs, you know, and
Okay.
that will focus on obviously enrollment, attendance. You all saw the document that I sent yesterday, which
Yep.
details the revenue for the basically from August 2023 to now. And as I've stated before, the great concern is that despite all the sound and fury, and the programs really haven't moved. You know, they've gone up a little bit, they've gone down a little bit, but the billing is essentially the same. And that despite, you know, the increased payroll, increased benefits, increased rent, increased transportation costs, you know, so we're digging a deeper hole unless things change. And that means more people in the programs and more people attending the programs who are enrolled in the programs. This,
Yes.
I cannot stress to you how important this is for all of us and for you two in particular, given your, you know, your responsibilities. So, Rosemary, if you want to say anything to your two new
Yeah.
reports, go ahead.
Before Rosemary go, can I just ask you one question, Alex? So you know how
Yes.
normally everything I get, I CC you and Rosemary, and if it's ComHab, I CC Emily for staff. Do you want to come off of that?
No,
And
I'd like
you
to,
still want to stay on?
I'd like to be part of the communication, but when
Okay.
it comes to the day-to-day things, and that includes, I will say this, that includes, and we can touch on this briefly if you want, the kind of conversations that took place this morning with regards to, what is her name, Priscilla? I think the individual's name.
Priscilla.
Yeah. It
Yes.
includes conversations about things like that. That was, I thought that was that whole experience was very enlightening because it suggested to me that there is a lack of communication between the two of you, which could have solved or could have at least attempted to solve some of the issue. And what I heard when I was getting the different calls is that obviously there are two sides to every story. And that's exactly what I heard. You know, there's the side that I heard from you, Sabrina, which was, you know, one story. And then there's the side that I heard from Sonia, which is another story. And then, of course, we heard from Javon. But
I'm sorry. The only story is from the sister. That's why I sent you the text.
yeah, no, and I'm not suggesting that, you know, what you said was wrong or anything like that. But what I am saying is what I heard from Sonia contradicts somewhat of what you said. And I'm not, we don't have to litigate this over. I'm just saying I got concerned about that I mean, we want the individuals in the program as best as we can to get them because that's revenue and it's their, they're enrolled in the programs. But for whatever reason, and I'm not going to attempt to
New text message from
analyze it, is that, it didn't happen without a lot of fuss and getting a lot of people involved. So I'm stepping back from that. Rosemary, is going to be responsible for monitoring that kind of thing, frankly. And, I hope we can get past some of these glitches because really, everybody's job is on the line here, mine included. And I have to report to a board which is very eager to hear some good news. Anyway, go ahead, Rosemary.
The only thing is that
I'm going to shut off my camera.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm just shutting off my camera.
Okay, I just for Sonia, just so you know that just gonna request a weekly report from you regarding day program. I just need and from Sabrina as well. I just need to know weekly from you what's happening with, what are the new referrals that you provide. I want to be able to make things tangible and measurable. I'm looking for deliverables so I can report deliverables.
Okay.
Because if nothing is being delivered, then it has to be tied to our compensation. My job too is on the line because if we don't see growth, if things are not improving and changing, all of us line is on the job is on the line because it appears as if we are not growing the program, the agency is stagnant, we're not moving forward. And so I don't want to be that person. So from Sabrina, I need a weekly report due Friday by close of business every Friday. I
Okay.
need from you all the new referrals for that week. What have you done in terms of getting new referrals to the programs and follow through? Um, so I'm going to kind of give you the subheadings that I would like for the report on a Friday,
No
um,
problem.
um, every Friday. And
Okay.
for Sabrina, for Sonia, I'd also like a report as well. I'll send you the subheadings that I need from the for the day program. And then we're going to have a monthly meeting with all the managers, all the day program managers. And we're going to have a monthly meeting with them so that we can look at all the things that are not being communicated, what is being communicated, looking at things like the routes. Earlier in the conversation, we talked about the roads, and we just need to kind of look at the roads itself and to see how we can optimize things. Because sometimes, if we, what I'm looking at, I'm saying to myself, I've been looking at the overtime that Emily was talking about earlier. And we didn't have people picking up anyone at 6:30 and being on the clock from 6:30 in the morning. So what changed? Why
new
is this
text message from
new? Why is this new issue? I mean, regarding people clocking in and out, come have staff, they have staff working 12 hours a day. What is new? What changed? What makes it different? And if there are any changes or closures in any program, just so that I need to be updated ahead of time. Any changes? I mean, if you are going to make some changes, Sonny, I'd like for you to discuss that with me before you move forward. All right?
Very well.
Thank you.
So, Rosemary, normally I do everything daily. You want that report just on Fridays now?
Just on Fridays. No,
Okay.
no, no, I need a up. You can do your daily thing, but I just
Okay.
need a report Fridays. On a Friday, I need a report because deliverables and measurable is what we're looking for this new fiscal year. And
Right.
the truth is that this day program just have to grow. It just have to grow one way or the other. It must grow. We must see a difference in the billing. We must see a difference in things because your staff reports to you. You report to me. I have to report to Alex. Alex have to report to the board. And
new text
again,
message
our,
from
our jobs are measured. We have to show where we are how we are moving things forward. Because if things are going back and the budget is going down, then it doesn't make sense for us. We said we would have started the day program without walls, and that would have grown, and we would have seen the revenue increase, and the day program and the regular day program site base that would increase as well. But with the absences, with the lack of follow through, we just need to make things a little bit more concrete so we can put our hands on things and see where the glitches are. This is all not this is not negative. What this is kind of designed to help us to kind of pull our bootstraps up and kind of push forward a little bit more together as a team. So don't think it is anything negative. It's nothing negative. This is just to help us to be more accountable. And because I have to be accountable to Alex have to be accountable to the board. And so, it's about, making sure that we are doing what we need to do. And if we have done everything that we need to do and we do it well, then, we can say to the board, hey, we just cannot do it. And then guess what? They'll say, all right, let's find somebody else who can. And I don't want to lose my job, because my job is very important to me.
Absolutely. Understood.
The thing is, Sonia, can you kind of just walk through the roads? What changed in the road? What makes the road a little bit longer where the staff have to be clocking in 6 o'clock and clocking out 6 o'clock? What changed?
As I explained, and they're not clocking out at 6, but as I explained, the route starts earlier. That route starts earlier because the individual, Isabel, she lives on Laconia. So the 3 days a week, the route starts from where they have to come way across to pick her up. Kareem Dow, he's up in Sedgwick. So there's a lot of traffic in those areas. And when you get caught in those areas, you will spend at least an hour, hour and a half trying to get out of traffic. So Laconia is way up where both runs start at. To pick her up, he has to come over across by where the other run starts to get her and then come across to the other side to pick up Kareem. Kareem is our wheelchair individual. And that's why the run has to start so early, because he is picked up at 7:15. So that's why she's picked up that early, to get from one side of the Bronx to the other. It's not easy. So it starts earlier to pick her up. So if you want to look at a map, maybe it will help you, or maybe I don't know how to describe it, because
Is there another way? Is there another way for her to kind of get kind of explain to me this individual, where do they start from?
where
They
do
start
who start
No,
from?
wait, no, they're going the individual who's clocking in at 6 o'clock.
The staff,
The staff, yeah, the staff.
they're starting in Throsneck.
In the box thing.
In Traknek. Traknek isn't close to the that bridge that goes across. Who lives
Who
in
lives in the
Traknek?
box thing?
They're starting from where they live at.
Oh, you
So
mean when this
the
no no no. Hold a
the
second. So
driver
mm-hmm.
picks up the staff.
So if the driver
So
picks up
that's why they clock it in at 6.
No,
I'm
that's not
sorry.
why they're clocking in at 6.
I'm
no
trying
no
to make heads
hold,
and
hold a
If
tails of
they
it.
second.
was
What's
Hold a
if they
second.
was if they was picking up Jason Carty, they would be starting at Yankee Stadium, and that would be downtown Manhattan. That would be downtown, almost by Manhattan.
So when the driver picks up the individual, they don't wait until they get to their location to clock in. They clock in when they get picked up.
No, because once you get on that van, you are at work.
Mhm.
Once you get on the van, you are at work. Not once you pick up the individual. Once you step on the van, you are at work.
And
And
they are
why
picked.
is that? Because if that van gets into an accident, they're liable for you. You are at
Okay,
work.
got it. And so who moved? It was the individual who moved.
No, this is a new individual, Isabel. She's been in there since May. And this is when the route changed.
So,
When we started picking up Mr. Dow, Kareem Dow,
so why can't she?
the route
So,
changed to 7:15 because
she couldn't get on the Bronx bus?
huh? No, because it's not a wheelchair van.
So they couldn't
Kareem
fold the
is a
wheelchair?
wheelchair van.
So
Huh?
they couldn't fold the wheelchair. She can't stand up. She can't transfer.
She
Who,
don't.
Isabel?
Yeah.
They bring her in a wheelchair, but it's not a wheelchair that they plug in on the van. They take her out of her chair and sit her in a seat
Right.
Right. So if they do that, why can't they fold the wheelchair and then put her on the Bronx bus?
because there's not enough space for her on the Bronx van.
But
With the
maybe that's
individuals that are coming back, it's not enough space. And then that van starts at 7:20, 7:30. We're over by Co-op City. It's a whole different route.
I'm gonna what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look at the routes. Can you send me a detail of all the routes, please, and then the individuals that are picked up on the roads?
Sure, I'll get it from the bus company.
Thank you. All right. Thanks. And also, just so you know that this week, last week where DWO, the attendance roster is slacking off. We haven't gotten it since I didn't get it last Thursday. I didn't get it today. Um, so if you could just work with your managers to get those over to me, that would be good. Also, I have the
I'm
what
sorry, you didn't get it from whom?
DWO, Mark. So I didn't get it for
Oh,
the 24th, and I didn't get it for today. The attendance.
oh, you didn't get it from Mark?
No.
Okay, I'll let him
I
know.
didn't get it from the 24th. And then on Friday, I didn't see Soho. I didn't see Soho for Friday. It could
You
have been
didn't see
sent.
Friday? I saw
Yes.
it Friday. I thought I saw it.
If you could forward it to me, I'd be good. It would be good.
Okay.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's all I have. Alex, do you have anything?
No, just wanted to make the announcement and, you know, we can continue these daily meetings if you so prefer, if you so
Yes,
wish, Rosemary.
until we get things streamlined and
Okay.
we follow through. Sonia, do you have any feedback on the last week? I think you were supposed to call maybe let me see. I think the family was at there were two individuals who called out Rose. Let me see which roster Rose is on. I think Rose is
Rose was on vacation.
no, wait a minute. One second. Let me tell you. Um, there were two persons who called out, and I'd asked you to follow through with them to find out what happened.
Rose
I
and Kenneth.
I did.
Right. Rose is
I
on vacation, and the other one is
Yes.
okay. Rose and
So
Kensington,
so
yes.
so what I did was I told Latasha that don't rely on the matrons to follow through, to make sure that she calls the residents and make sure that she speaks to the supervisor or whoever's there to find out what is going on with the individual
Mm-hmm.
because they just told her that she refused to come, but in essence, she was on vacation.
Oh, okay. Right. So that kind of detail is important for us because we don't want to say she's not coming or she refused to come, but it's because she's on vacation. That is very different from refusing to come. And if a person is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that too is understandable because they just don't attend Monday, Friday. So we need to know that. We'll see. I'm seeing the patterns. I'm seeing the patterns where there are two consecutive days that they haven't been coming, but they do come other days, and for the days that they come, they also do have appointments as well.
And
So they hence
Kenneth
the absence.
And Kenneth has behavioral issues, and he had a behavior that morning. And so that's why he didn't come to program because he had a behavior.
Okay, no problem. All right. All right, thank you.
Okay,
All right, thanks.
all right, thank you, folks. We'll.
All right.
Mhm.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.